Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at Bitcoin, see what's going on. This is interesting. Very strong, large amount of volume coming through in the last couple of hours. Absolutely a very, very positive sign. But once more, not trying to, not trying to be a downer here, but we still haven't broken this descending trend. There's a lot of room left for improvement, but this is a very strong start. And again, increased volume really gives us increased sustainability. So there's a decent chance we're going to be able to hold this 60,000 level or higher, and effectively be in good shape here. Again, we're closer to 62K at this point, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a look at the backend data here. Oh, quick congrats to our community just as well. We took 33% from Bitcoin. We got in at 57,700. That is a trade we took a day before yesterday. And then OP as well, 44%, and what was it, H-bar, 35%. That all happened in the last 24 to 48 hours. So awesome stuff. Congrats again to our community. Let's take a quick peek over here at 65K and just double check a couple of things here. What I mean by 65K is that's like a heavy concentration of liquidation. Speaking of which, just kind of throw it out there too. One of my community members here, one of my admins posted this here. If you take a look at the cumulative amount of liquidation here, it is amazing how many billions of dollars of liquidation is up there at about 69,000. Okay, so if you look on the charts here, obviously 65 is that next milestone, but above that we have even more liquidation. It's kind of crazy. Again, a lot of liquidation to the downside at 56,000, but those longs, including our longs, are in pretty good shape for right now. Okay, it's pretty unlikely with this amount of volume coming in, the price is just going to drop really hard. So anybody considering a short, I would think twice at this point. We want to take a look at a couple things first before we, discuss maybe altcoins and all that. In other words, Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. So if we can break back up above this 55% mark here for Bitcoin dominance, we could see some altcoins start to bleed out. So I try not to get too crazy with alts right now. They're starting to kind of like slow down, if you will, but it's still very positive nonetheless, no matter how you look at it here. Okay. Another thing to recognize too is we're still honoring our bull flag pattern here. While we did close below for roughly a day and a half, we're looking to be right back on track here. So in essence, that this play here is still good, right? So we still got a potential for a bull flag here. All right. So again, flags always have a tendency of like waking out in different areas. And if you look at this here, of course, this is just a low liquidity sweep. A lot of whales probably got in at about 57 to 58K. So not surprised by that. All right. So let's take a quick look here at the daily time frame, work our way down. Okay, so just to clarify, we had an overextended state to the downside here at a 9 on TD sequential. That's half, I wouldn't say half the reason, but that's part of the reason why we took a long position, feel with confidence, because the price was massively overextended. Okay, that in leading into just very neutral inflation data, no increase, leads us to where we're at now. Okay, so either way you look at it here, we're still under majority moving averages, minus the 100. The 20 and the 50 are the two important ones here. Okay, we're getting above those is extremely beneficial. Okay, we're not there yet, so we just want to kind of err on the side of caution and not get too ahead of ourselves. We're also under 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is fairly low as an average of the last 14 candles here. So in a lot of ways, we're not in great shape, but we can see the momentum is shifting, right? MACD is trying to converge. We've got a stochastic convergence here. These are all things letting us know that the price is wanting to recover. Okay. Again, how hard is it going to recover? Really hard to say at this point until we break above this descending trend line. I'm not super convinced, but I do like what I see here. I mean, this amount of volume is pretty huge. Okay, so it's mostly buying volume, not a lot of selling pressure. So we're going to see if the bears start to contribute here soon. My guess is they will once we start getting a little closer to the low 62s to upper maybe 63 range, just because there's a lot of previous support there. In turn, that's going to be a new resistance. And if we scroll out and kind of look at this here too, we look at the volume. We have a lot of volume above the price action right now. Okay, again, heaviest concentration, 67,000. We talked about that previously. So just note we could see somewhat of a run to 65, 67K, sweeping this upper level of liquidity and effectively just destroying a lot of shorts. This is market movers 101, folks. They do this all the time. Destroyed every possible long to the downside, and now they're raking back up as soon as everyone's convinced that the bull flag pattern is broken and the price is coming down. Everyone starts to short. They jump in and just kill a lot of accounts. So again, that's just kind of their primary focus. So it's important not to be caught in the crossfire there. Again, if you want that for yourself, we're a little bit more consistent in our community there. CryptoCash.tech is a site link down below if you want to register for that. We've got a lot of new members coming over, and I just recommend reading through our signals guide, making sure you don't get too crazy with the day trades, because there's a lot of good signals in there, of course, but you want to make sure that you pay attention to how the systems should work. So just heads up on that. We've got day trades and swing trades available. Anyways, last but not least, here on the 4 hour, we can see RSI is back over 50. This is extremely important. Money flow index above that lets us know that we are in very, very good shape to see the price action continue further up. Again, is it going to continue to skyrocket like it has so far? Maybe. My guess is we might see somewhat of a slowdown here now that we're hitting more recent lows. Those are going to work as new highs, essentially. So we could very well see a slight pullback here. If we do, it would make sense to see a pullback to that 60,000 mark and a bounce, or just straight consolidate here at this current fib level here at about 61.5 and continue higher. One of two things exist. Those are two potential scenarios here. But if we look at Ichimoku Cloud, we're going to confirm every single possible green light to consider a long position and not to really try to short. If you're going to short, just low margins. Make sure you are playing your targets tight, right? We've done that as well. Like we had our third profit target achieved right at that 61,200 mark. And that was mainly because we didn't want to get too crazy with really loose targets. Right now, the market is kind of weird. So if you're just trying to take everything to the moon, you're gonna find out that a lot of that profit will be washed away if you're not securing it as well. Okay, just some friendly advice. Either way, at this point, all green lights here point up for Bitcoin. Just be mindful, we could see some resistance at that 63K mark, roughly, with this descending trend line. So we want to just pay attention to that. Again, getting over the 20-day SMA on the daily is extremely important. That gives us confirmation that we're on the right side of the tracks. Okay, we're not quite there yet, but we're absolutely a good start. Okay, so again, careful trading alts this weekend too. I'll go ahead and post some updates on my TikTok, Telegram, and Twitter, just to kind of give you guys some heads up on how that works. And if you're not familiar, do have a TikTok where just started, of course, a lot of fun, and getting some good feedback on it too. But I like to kind of provide you with more fundamental and or best practice stuff too. So check that out if you'd like. It's all in the comments below. Other than that, last but not least, of course, as per usual, Bitunix Phenomenal Exchange, link down below. Make sure you use them to register, or my link to register, so you get some nice rewards there. But they have a lot of benefits there, and they're really awesome. No KYC or VPN. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for liking, subscribing, and commenting below. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.